of feels like last year in the sense that we're asking questions about one of the receivers departing. It was Deontay last year. It's George this year.
Yeah.
Does it feel the same then as OTAs at this point last year after that deal was made?
You know, anytime you step on the field, you got to be able to, have just block other things out and just be focused on your job and on the people that are here. So, anytime you step up on the field, that's your way of, getting away from things and just focusing on football. But obviously, I came in with George, so does it feel different in that aspect? Yeah, it does. I mean, at the end of the day, we were friends. But, in the day, we step on this football field, this business, and, this dream of mine, playing on this football, playing football has been my dream since I was little. So to be able to do this every day is is all of our primary focus.
This is the second year in a row where they've talked about how good they feel about the core of receivers, even though somebody has left. So obviously that includes you. Does that lead potentially to a contract extension, you think, before the season starts?
I have no clue of that. Since I was a walk-on at Memphis, my mindset going into any season, off season, has been work and guys chasing, no complacency, and I'm always chasing the goal of being the best form of me that I can be. So I haven't even thought about that because I feel like after last year, it was me personally had improved, but man, it was so much more out there. So we're still chasing that, and at the end of the day, we're chasing the biggest goal of all, to win the Super Bowl.
What do you think is still out there for you personally?
Yards, better blocking, better routes, better everything. Ways of being a better leader on the team in the receiver room. There's just in all aspects, there's always ways to improve.
It seemed like you did take a step forward last year, though. What did you like about what you did last year? You want to build upon and continue?
Just having that confidence that anytime I step on the field, no one can guard me. Toward the end of the season, I really felt like that became my primary mission, to show that when I step up on the field in man coverage, like obviously with George out there, he has safety help. So I feel disrespected getting in man. So I just have to show that.
I know he's not here today, but how has it been getting to work with DK?
Oh, it's been great. He's from Mississippi, so I'm from Memphis, so we both Southern guys, and you can tell from day one. He just came in ready to work, showed up to the early lifts, was asking what time this is, that is, engaged in meetings. Anytime he catches the ball, he finishes 15, 20 yards. So it's easy to see why he's had the success he's had in the league, and so he'll be a great addition for our room and our offense.
Some have wondered, for you guys, does it feel like almost a holding pattern of quarterback now? Does it or no? Does it feel like you're proceeding as necessary?
Yeah, I feel like we're proceeding as necessary because, with Mason at quarterback, we made the playoffs and went into a playoff game. And the fourth quarter, I'm pretty sure with the Bills that year, it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter with Mason.
Hey, Coach.
So all of us on offense have full confidence. We have full confidence in the coaching staff. We have full confidence in each other. So that's why when we get out here, we block all that other stuff out and just work. And that's the thing that makes this play special, and it's why I love it, because at the end of the day, the thing that is most concerned with is just the product that you put on the field.
From exit interviews till now, what's different about you since the end of last season?
Even more confidence, just confidence in my abilities, confidence in my teammates, confidence in the things that I say, confidence in the way that I work, in my routes, just overall confidence, and just want to go out there and just ready to play ball for real.
Has there been work? Do you see yourself as a guy that's going to be able to line up wherever in this offense that you're going to be expected? And how have you worked on, working against guys like on the outside when they have the size advantage on you?
Oh, for sure. Even toward the end of last year, especially when we had some injuries in the wideout room, I had to play some, outside even more. But, I'm always ready for that. When you train in the off season with Coach Z as our receiver coach, we never train for one position.
Mm-hmm.
I never trained just for slot or just for outside. We work the whole product. So when I get out there, I have full comfortability being inside or outside. And when Coach Z teaches us, we don't just know the slot or just outside. We know the whole offense, which makes it easy for us to be moved around.
Cool. Thank you, Calvin.
Okay, see you guys. I love it.
So we're kind of in another mode here where we're talking something similar about last year, which is you made a trade for what
off the field back up a little bit.
Is it another quest for number 2 wide receiver kind of summer? And if so, if that's the case, how do the tight ends elevate to offset that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really thinking about it too much. If it's more of a role for me, great. I'm fully capable of picking up that role. But if we add another guy, great. I mean, obviously it's a long way from camp, a long way from the season. We'll see if, people end up coming or whatever. But I'm excited about the guys we have right now.
What's your reaction to having Mason back?
Oh, I love Mason. Yeah, man. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a teammate, great locker room guy. And I mean, what was it, 2 years ago? We needed to win 3 games in a row to make it to the playoffs, and he stood in the pocket and delivered for us. So we got all the faith in him, and it's exciting to get back here with him.
Pat, what do you guys get out of these 3 weeks? Is it important to have offensive players here or no?
Yeah, it's very important. Being able to spend time together. Talk about the base stuff of the offense. So when we hit training camp, we can talk about further fundamentals and details. So it's very important to be here and work with the guys, get familiar with them, and just get on the same page.
How much of the playbook do you guys get into during these 3 weeks?
Decent amount. Obviously, we're going to install our base stuff and things that we want to try and see how it looks against our defense. And, it's fun to kind of just be here and talk ball with, not a lot of pressure on us and try some new things and see if it works. So it's always a fun time to be back out here with the guys.
When Mason was here, Arthur Smith wasn't. What's different? How has he taken to learning the new offense, or has it just been like, hey, it's just like old times with him back?
Yeah, obviously we have a whole new scheme, and so Mason's getting familiar with that, and he's a smart football player, smart quarterback, so he's picking up the system and running with it. So it's been great to work with him and have him ask me some questions about the offense and what Art sees. So it's been good on that aspect.
Have you noticed his mindset different? Have you noticed his mindset was different this time around than last time at all?
Who, Mason? Yeah. He's always been consistent of who he is. Obviously, he has a hell of an opportunity right now, and so we're all excited for him, and he's going to come up to work every single day and work hard. So it's been great to see him work again.
What's it been like as an offensive guy going through the offseason?
Regardless of what happened last year, we're a whole new team, whole new defense.
How do you think?
How's it changed for you? Obviously, you got on the block last year, the entire season with this team. As you had separate your second year in Pittsburgh, how have you grown, and how has it changed for you?
Obviously, playbook slowed down a lot, and probably like midway through the season. Just being able to know that I can be a Swiss Army knife, an interchangeable part, whatever they need me to play, I'll play it. And coming in, knowing this is my family, knowing that they want me here, they love me here, just being able to play free and be able to be myself. So that's the biggest thing, me being able to be myself. If I'm being myself, the best version of me.
DeShon, one of a number of new pieces that coalesced quickly last year. You guys made a lot of splash plays early last year. Potential exists, you think, for some of the new guys to fit in like puzzle pieces as you guys did a season ago when there were changes in the secondary?
I mean, yeah, this defense, we expect you to make plays. We expect everybody to make plays. And if you can't get in there and make plays on this defense, it's a culture. We expect that. If you can't do it, you won't be on the field. So I feel like we have guys who want to be great. We have young guys who want to learn from other guys and understand the culture. We have meetings about taking the ball away. So this is about just opportunities and flying around to the ball, giving that effort. It'll happen.
DeShon Thornhill, you can have one practice maybe, but Thornhill, you play with him or know him? Or
Nah, I mean, I think he might be a year younger than me, but good dude. He was here for a little bit during OTAs. Really smart dude. Energetic. I know he's been around the league. He played for the Chiefs. He played against him a couple times there, and then he played last year in Cleveland. But we're just happy to have somebody who can play safety. The depth, we need it, especially a guy who has experience to make plays. So we're just happy to have somebody here since Casey's a part.
Has his ability been talked? Have you guys talked about his ability to maybe add flexibility to what you guys can do with his ability to cover deep and rotate you guys more around to disguise what you're doing more?
I think we all have the ability to play wherever's needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's still early in OTAs. We're still just trying to get the simple things in, but for the most part, I'm sure we'll talk about certain things down the lines, what they want actual practice. So we'll be all right.
You said it's a new season and stuff, and not to worry about last year, but did that piss you off? That motivate you guys the way it ended that year defensively, or since you really move on?
I'm a pissed off individual, so I mean, I don't know. It's all the same to me. Definitely new season. We know what our goals are as a defense and as a team. We just try to take it one day at a time and accomplish those goals with the leadership of our coaches and then the captains that we have on defense. So we'll be all right.
You're so nice to us, though.
I'm a good guy, but once I touch that green, it's a little different. You're good. I haven't met Sway yet, but I've heard him. I've heard about him from around the league. Quandre Diggs played with him. He's a great guy, great teammate, great leader. Obviously, he has accolades, Super Bowl champion. When he gets here, he'll get here. I'm sure he'll be great for us. You know, addition to Joey and all the other corners progress, and just be a natural leader on our defense. So we have a lot of leaders here, but in the cornerback room, it'll make a difference.
Let's do one more if you guys have it.
What does a new coach? What have you noticed about your new
Intensity. He's very intense, very detailed. He wants us to be football players, not robots. I know that. He's not like anybody, but the intensity that he brings. Since the first day I met him, I appreciate him a lot. I'm excited that he's here. I'm excited to learn from him. I know he can make our defensive backs like a lot more money out here. You know, there's more plays being made, but happy.
What's his priority number one?
Thanks, guys.
Priority, make plays.
Succession line, the defensive line around here. Before you, Brett Keith, Aaron Smith, guys like that. What does it mean to you to be here while you see Derrick Harmon, White, Black, guys like that?
Well, you know, I think learning from those guys, and one, you got to be receptive to it. You know, I think Derrick, Wyatt, they've all been receptive. You know, it's the first day, but that's half the battle. And then, you know, questions will come around, but just being a resource for them early on in their careers and trying to get them ready for the season.
They coming to you?
It's the first day. Derrick's reached out a couple of times, but, you know, there's going to be a lot more as we get further along into this.
15th season, was there? You could have easily skipped this. You have even if you thought or whatever OTAs. Was there a reason you wanted to make sure you showed up, or just what was your thought process being here? Sure.
Just I think like it's not anything crazy. Wanted to get out here. I'll get back to the off season, what I've been doing and training, but you know, it's fun to mix it up every day.
As a captain, how do you manage this unique situation where your starting quarterback may be here or he still might not be here? How do you, as a leader on this team?
You know, I think you just, you know, you roll with who's here. You know, it's not, you know, guessing. You're going to get the work you put in. You can't worry about who's not here. Same way it goes if I was in this practice. You know, the train keeps going, whoever's here.
Kim, don't you get any kind of dispensation beyond staying after an OTA practice to do drills?
Well, there's just, you know, these are things I practice every day. So if I get them in practice or I get them after practice, doesn't matter. But just sharpening the tools.
And you've taken around the first round pick. You've had him on your show.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about him that wasn't on your show?
He's just very inquisitive. You know, he asks a lot of questions outside of just, you know, football. And he just wants to be good. Like, you know, I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. It's not a lot of, you know, being boastful or, you know, I did this way or I did that way. You know, I think he's really just trying to learn.
What did you show him in Pittsburgh?
I didn't show him much. DY took him around for a little bit. Cafe Momentum took him around, I think, Heinz History Center. He got to see a lot of Pittsburgh they didn't get to see before.
You've overseen take on him as a potential player?
We'll see. It's too early. I don't like to do that. You know, I think, you know, he's definitely capable of playing this year. You know, it's just getting caught up, dealing with the rookie wall as it comes about. But, you know, I think he's positioned himself well to contribute.
You've overseen several different young guys come through here who've been young, Stephon Tuitt, Javon Hargrave, other guys. What's this class mean to you as far as the chance to set up the future? What's the weight on you to be like the guy like, hey, I want to pass the torch down to this young group of guys to be the next Steelers defensive line?
You know, I think you don't really think about passing the torch right now. I think it's about how can we make this team the best it can be. You know, it's not about holding secrets or anything. It's about making sure we're all growing at a pace that, you know, by week one we're ready to, you know, kick this thing up. So, you know, I'll pass the torch when I have to, but I think the main thing is making sure that we're a strong unit that, you know, from top to bottom we can compete with anybody.
You've been a captain a decade now, I think.
Thank you.
Obviously. You've been like an evergreen leader. Is it weird for a locker room to have different? The quarterback is always going to be a leader of some sort.
Right.
Mason's back, so maybe it's not. It's the same. But is that have to adapt to that? It kind of said. Ben set the tone in the room, right, for a while. Mm-hmm. Is it, or is that not really a thing?
I don't really understand your question.
Okay.
Give me a little bit more.
The quarterback's a leader, and you guys have to go. You're shuffling through every year. Has been different starting quarterback or two, for that matter. Is it?
Every year is different. Even if you have Ben come back the next year, it was you never try to say this year's the same as the next. Guys grow, guys level off, but we just keep approaching it as we go with who's out there, and so we put ourselves in a good situation where.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.